I'm gonna have to leave you with this, folks, because there's something happening here. What it is ain't exactly clear. There's a man with a comb over here, and he's afraid that his buddy is near. And all right, yeah. This is I guess I think this is just a picture of Comer because I don't think he's on. I think this is of Jim Jordan, spelled GYM. Comer raises eyebrows over something strange going on with Biden's family. There's something, guys. There's something weird going on, okay? I don't know what it is. We're going to have to check the whole thing. It makes me nervous. I don't understand, and I don't think you understand. I don't understand. It's hard to even understand what you don't understand, you know? You understand? It's just not possible. Just don't understand it. But, so it's hard to say what you can even, something's weird. 3.5 fucking years, and I think the dots are connecting, and hopefully we're gonna find something out. As do I, 94 Ejac. It's a great movie. Tropic Thunder is hilarious. Yeah, right. He means the Biden crime family. I'm sure that was an oversight on his part. Here we go.
House Judiciary Committee Chairman Jim Jordan sending a subpoena to Hunter Biden prosecutor Leslie Wolf.
The nerve, considering he's still got an outstanding subpoena. You're not going to bring that up? Probably not.
Wolf, who was ordered to appear before the committee on December 7th, is accused of trying to shield President Biden from certain questions and search warrants related to the Hunter Biden investigation. This just days after the White House.
Wait, his attorney, and by the way, Hunter Biden. So one of the things your attorney does is try to quash subpoenas and not have you have to testify and shit like that, right? You do realize that.
Vowed to fight all subpoenas of the Biden family members.
White House condemns GOP's. You have misrepresented the fact in order to overwhelming evidence to prove your claims. Withdraw these subpoenas and demands for interviews. Yeah. Okay.
Special counsel to the president sent a letter to Republicans accusing them of misrepresenting the facts and.
Yeah, because he can't just, he represents the president. He can't just call them a bunch of fuckheads like I do. But a bunch of assholes. They're a bunch of assholes. Comer's an asshole. Jordan's an asshole. Just, I don't know who could say it better.
Asshole.
Probably Mike Pillow. That's it. Just him and his lumpy pillows. You get the whole thing.
Mm-hmm. Lumpy pillows kiss my ass.
You're a little late on that, Mike. I'm sorry.
Urging them to withdraw all subpoenas and requests for testimony. Joining me right now is Kentucky Congressman, Chairman of the House Oversight Committee,
and Captain of the Dud Squad,
James Comer. Mr. Chairman, thanks very much for being here this morning.
Yeah, you're obviously not busy. Also, looking a little ragged, dude. Did somebody in your office just wake you up and make you put on a jacket? Seriously, you look like you've been in a tumble dryer.
Good morning.
So you
morning. Fucking, it is morning. Shit.
heard what the White
Sunday, and I was fucking, woo! We tied one on last night. Yeah. We was at a traditional Eastern Kentucky pork asshole tossing contest.
House wants. They want you to withdraw all of these subpoenas, stop asking any family members to testify publicly or under oath. Your response?
Well, no one's misrepresented the facts more than the White House.
What facts are we referring to?
More than Joe Biden. I mean, if you look at this investigation from the very beginning, all the narratives pre-investigation have been proven to be false.
Well, all right. All the narratives. What narratives would that be?
We found that the Bidens had 20 shell companies. We found that.
No, you haven't. Okay, good example. Rosemont Seneca is not a shell company. Rob Walker's company is not a shell company. The James Biden has a construction company. Hunter Biden is a lawyer and has a law firm. They aren't shell companies. They're companies. Also, for all this, they bounce all they think through these shell companies, these shell companies. And why the fuck did James Biden and Sarah Biden just write a fucking check on their kitchen counter to Joe?
10 Biden family members have received funds from foreign nationals all over the world.
Hey, asshole. Do you want to do the thing where we trace the money from Maria Butina through the NRA to you? Want to do that?
Proven that the Bidens have received over $25 million from these foreign nationals, and they can't explain one single thing they did.
And wait a minute. How did it get up to 25 million? You can't stack money that you haven't. Okay, this is how they did it. So they took the money that Hunter made largely from Burisma. That was his biggest paycheck. Some of the other investments that they've had, I think maybe James's Iraq contracts to build schools and houses or whatever. Maybe they're stacking that in there. And then they're adding the fake $10 million in bribes. He's just throwing that on the pile.
To earn the money. We've proven over and over again that Joe Biden hasn't been truthful with the American people.
No, you haven't.
Because of our credible, substantive investigation.
Substantive?
Focused mainly on bank records. And remember,
Yeah, it is focused mostly on bank records. Bank records. During what years are you really focused? The years when he was no longer a federal employee? And so let me get this straight. Jamie, is it? So your whole thing is you and your Republican colleagues are going to attack private citizens who are in business or may be in business or might be in business, period, with the power of the federal government because you're small government conservatives. Gotcha.
Records don't lie, Maria, as you know.
You're right. They don't lie. You do, but the records don't.
We now are in the deposition phase. We have specific questions.
Yeah, I have a question. Why don't you have a picture of Rob Walker? Why is Mervyn Tan incognito? Or sorry, Mervyn Yan.
For Biden family members and people associated with the Biden family members.
Because of stuff that happened in 2017 and 2019? Explain.
About specific transactions. We want to know what these companies were and what the Bidens did to receive the millions and millions of dollars from our enemies around the world. So the White House shouldn't be so.
So you're not concerned with what Trump received money from our, quote, enemies around the world. Like you do realize he's in business with the Saudis. Like the Saudis literally brought their live golf tournament to his properties specifically. Starting with the one where he buried his wife who was cremated in a giant coffin filled with what?
Surprised that we've reached the point now to where we want to bring these people in
and ask them, where's the evidence? Just tell us. I've been looking. I can't fucking find it. Can you tell me where in this document you were criming? I can't find it.
And interview and or depose them about specific questions about very suspicious and shady bank transactions.
So do you have any?
Yeah. What suspicious and shady bank transitions are those?
Any expectation that the White House is going to stop these testimonies? I mean, James Biden, the president.
I don't know. Maybe they're just going to make him wait in line behind Jim Jordan.
His brother is expected to testify before your committee in 2 weeks on December 6th. Hunter Biden is expected to testify a week later on December.
No one expects him to testify.
13th. Do you think these are going to happen?
Well, if I were one of the Bidens, I would want to come defend my good name. I mean,
what? Tell that to Jim Jordan. Fuck you talking about?
Every time I brought something out, Maria, many times on your show,
they just laugh at me. They just laughing. I don't know why or what or who or how or when. They just laughing at me.
The White House has attacked me.
Yeah, but while laughing. To be fair.
And claim that I misrepresented the facts. Well, now here's their opportunity.
Their opportunity, absolutely.
To set the record straight.
Why should they have to set a record straight? You don't get to make the record crooked and make it someone else's responsibility to set it right again. It's a waste of fucking time. Here's what you have to do. You have to prove something is crooked, and then you can bring fucking charges or what have you. Your fishing expedition looks like Clinton do-overs, and it's annoying.
We have their bank records. They know we have their bank records.
Right. And you notice that they don't seem to give a shit.
They know we have email correspondence. They know.
Yep, they know that you have all of it. And they don't seem nervous at all.
The laptop was real despite the fact.
No, it wasn't. No. You don't get to throw that in there. No, you can't gish gallop that shit in there.
That they worked with the intelligence community to say it was Russian disinformation.
No, the contents of the hard drive that Rudy bought in Ukraine from Russians and brought back was Russian disinformation, a mix of real files stolen from either the Burisma servers and Hunter Biden's phone, mixed with fake documents thrown together in a mishmash of what the Washington Post called a forensic nightmare, because there's no metadata on any of this shit. And then they and here's what we're supposed to believe. This is what we're supposed to believe. We're supposed to believe that Hunter Biden, in the middle of his father's lead up to running for president, drunk out of his mind with 3 waterlogged laptops, wanders into a repair shop in Delaware that he has never gone to before and asks for help from the only repair shop owner in the fucking world that can't see 6 inches past his face and happens to know Rudy Giuliani's lawyer personally. Really? 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 Fucking hell.
To peddle a false media narrative. They know everything that we have, and they can probably guess 95% of the questions that we're going to ask. So
yeah. And the problem is they're going to have a hard time understanding you with your head up your ass.
Drop your shorts and bend over, Mr. Babar.
This shouldn't be a very difficult thing for the Bidens to come in and tell the truth.
Yeah.
Yeah, it also shouldn't be a very difficult thing if you have all those bank records and you're drowning in evidence. The evidence is everywhere. It's self-evident. You don't. It's so evidentiarily full. It is self-evidence. It is self-evident. And you don't. Why do you even need them to come in? There's so much evidence. Just show it. Just, you know what I mean? Don't even talk to Maria about it or around it with your bloated ass. You were drunk last night and you weren't expecting to be on Maria's morning show this morning, and even though they're on an hour earlier than you still slept in, and I'm just saying, drink more water. You're starting to get I'm getting a very distinct Glenn Beck bloat feeling from you, but that you should be able to show all the evidence without ever having to do an interview. Just fucking go through it. Just go. It's not about what it looks like, not about what it feels like, not that stuff's fucking hinky or confusing. Just nail it. Just see this from this guy, and this guy said, I need help destroying America. And they said, okay.
And I expect them to come. And I can tell you, Maria, after speaking with Speaker Johnson last week, both Jim Jordan and I have confidence that if anyone does not obey our subpoenas, that Congress will then react to hold these people accountable.
Dun, dun, dun. Including Jim?
This investigation has been very transparent from day one. Yeah. We've told people we were going to follow the money. The whole purpose of the investigation was to determine whether or not Joe Biden had lied to the American people. We know the answer to that. He has many times.
Nope.
The second purpose is to determine whether or not our president is compromised by our enemies around the world because of the millions of dollars his family's received.
Sorry. What's he getting from China? What's China getting from him?
It's a very dangerous moment in time.
It is very dangerous.
Because China has amped up its aggression against the United States, from surveillance to police stations, the surveillance balloon.
Yeah, you notice those police stations were there, and they weren't just in the United States. They had set them up, for those of you who don't know, China was setting up these private Chinese police stations in countries all over the world. They were in France, Germany, and England, and the United States, and in Canada. And the United States was one of the first to discover them, along with the UK, working with our UK partners. When, let's see, who was president? Joe Biden was president. They existed all during Trump's presidency. Do you remember hearing anything about them during Trump's time in office? Did you hear a thing about them while they operated with impunity? No, you didn't. Biden gets in office and they're gone. Isn't that the fucking point? You could all boil down like all of their confusion and the knot they tie themselves into, essentially with the whole like fentanyl being seized coming across the border analogy. Like they just don't get that seizing it is the fucking point. That you should be getting most of it.
COVID-19 escaping its lab and then
escaping its lab,
covering up about it.
Wait, covering up about it? She does realize that happened under Trump, right?
So many things, bullying our ships and our planes in international waters. So Politico is now
and I have to say our ships are all in therapy now.
Reporting that the impeachment effort is heading into the final stage. Judiciary
Yes, it's going to die an early death.
Committee Chairman Jim Jordan told Politico that a decision on
then we can decide on whether or not there's articles. Jordan told Politico, predicting the decision would happen early next year. Yeah. Spoiler alert, it ain't happening.
The floor vote could happen early next year. How are you expecting all of this to play out?
Well, I know that an overwhelming majority of our colleagues in the House realize that we've witnessed public corruption by the President of the United States. The President.
Have you? Well, yes, you have. When Trump was president,
it hasn't been truthful, which has made it worse for him. His standing in the House is about as poor as you can be. With
I think Nixon probably had it worse.
Respect to the overwhelming majority of the members. So when we're home.
No, there's not even. Again, he's talking about the overwhelming majority of the members of his party, which is not overwhelming. A majority of the members is not the majority of members. He's not even talking about not the entire Republican Party, like the Republican half of the House, which is in control, but just barely. They don't even have all of them on board with this shit. Of course, they don't have enough votes to pass this shit.
Like I am in Kentucky this week, we listen to people and they're frustrated.
Yeah, because you're their representative, though. I mean, don't lay that shit on us.
Frustrated that throughout the years
that you're their representative. They're very frustrated that they have to look at your face, listen to you talk. And you go on and you keep pretending. You boring asshole.
Congress has conducted investigations. They've proven.
You sure you weren't drinking with your constituents last night?
Wrongdoing, and yet very seldom is anyone held accountable. So I think.
Gee, I'm starting to get the idea that you guys are full of shit.
I think there's a willingness in our conference to hold the Biden administration accountable.
Say accountable again, motherfucker. Say accountable. What the fuck do you mean accountable? Accountable to who? For what? For having LLCs and being from Delaware? Everybody in Delaware has a fucking LLC, you dumbass. That's how this shit works. Delaware is the most incorporated state in the entire country. Motherfucker, go look at the LegalZoom website. It's like 2 places you can incorporate. Delaware and fucking Nevada. The only people who don't go click the Delaware box are fucking old school Italians. Asshole.
For high crimes and misdemeanors. And what we've uncovered is that
is what?
Very many, there are 3 to 4 major government agencies that were investigating the Bidens for the
great. And how'd that work out?
Same thing that we've been investigating.
And it didn't go anywhere, did it? So,
public corruption. And yet they were told to stand down.
What? Stand down? Oh, you mean the IRS whistleblowers? Say stand down again.
Mentioned earlier that Leslie Wolf has been subpoenaed by the Judiciary Committee. You know, she's a central
Yeah, I missed that. We were all yawning.
figure in the government cover-up. You know, you have two concerning things here with respect to holding Joe Biden accountable.
Get to the fucking point.
You have the actual crimes the Bidens have committed, which range from money laundering to bribery, and you.
Yeah, just show those. Show what the bribery is for. Either somebody was made to do something they wouldn't have done otherwise, or they made somebody else do something they wouldn't have done otherwise. That's how bribery works. Show the fucking bribery. That shouldn't be hard.
You also have the cover-up.
You can't cover up something that ain't a crime.
And what Jim Jordan.
Ignoring your dumb ass is not a cover-up. Laughing at your dumb ass is not a cover-up.
Jordan's focused on is the cover-up.
Yeah.
Ironically, wait a minute. Let me get this straight, fuckhead. So you put the guy from Ohio State University who was the assistant wrestling coach in charge of looking the other way while people were sexually assaulted. You put that guy in charge of what now? Of what? What was the word you said? What was it? What was it?
And what Jim Jordan's focused on is the cover-up.
Yeah.
The cover-up. No shit. I guess you're going for a whole set a thief to catch a thief. Say cover up again, you dumb motherfucker.
And
Say cover up again.
Leslie Wolf, it seems, is where all roads lead to when you look at the cover-up. When the IRS was told to stand.
What the fuck is this? Evidence against President Biden. $20 million in payments from foreign sources. Not evidence, information. And also, they don't all go to... All right, never mind. Hunter Biden's messages and infamous D.C. dinner. Both of which happened when Joe was no longer in office. Fuck off. Whistleblower testimony. The three assholes from the IRS who wanted, by the way, to use evidence, alleged evidence, from the fake laptop, which would have blown a hole in the actual case they had against Hunter Biden for tax evasion. Because any first-year lawsuit would have gotten thrown out, dum-dum.
Stand down. When the Department of Justice was told to stand down, and when the
Say stand down again. Stand down. The fuck?
FBI was told to stand down.
Say stand down again.
Person's
One more time. One more time. I wish you had more time.
name continues to emerge in all of these cover-ups, and that's Leslie.
House Republicans released memo on scope of impeachment inquiry. Will span the time of Joe Biden's vice presidency to the president, including his time out of office. You can't impeach somebody for shit they did while they were out of office unless it was the engaging in a fucking insurrection. Ahem. Will investigate whether Biden, as vice president, changed policy because of money given to family. Spoiler alert, no.
Wolf, and we'll be hearing from her very soon.
Well, what a sad situation that you.
It is sad. It is sad that we're both, you, me, him, my entire audience are having to watch this dumb motherfucker.
You can have a president accept all of these millions of dollars from an adversary, China, and then...
You mean like Trump's $17 million in his secret Chinese bank account, or all the money that Eric bragged about getting from China for all the deals, or all the like Chinese members of Mar-a-Lago and Bedminster and the LA Golf Club and all that shit, and people who, the guy from CEFC who bought a fucking apartment that he never lived in Trump World Tower? You mean shit like that? How about all the people who bought out entire floors of the old post office hotel when Trump was president that they never fucking stayed in?
Watch that same individual go so soft on China, who has been...
Soft on China? Are you out of your fucking mind? Jesus Christ, woman. None of the Trump tariffs have been rolled back, you dumb fuck. And they don't even have access to our technology as far as chips anymore. Biden made people choose between working for China or their U.S. citizenship. Eat shit, you dumbass.
Paying him for so many years.
Paying him what? $40K through a loan from his brother that came from an American company? The fuck?
In terms of the response to all of this aggression. And you mentioned how people are feeling that you're talking with during this Thanksgiving week. A new poll finds a majority of Americans now believe President Biden was involved with Hunter's foreign business deals.
Yeah, but he wasn't. That's because you're a liar. Congratulations, Maria Bartiromo. You're a success at being full of shit.
Harvard Cap's Harris poll finds 60% said that they believe Joe Biden helped and participated in Hunter Biden.
He did participate. A lot of people participate. Who doesn't at some point? I mean, whenever I'm exercising very heavily, or you bring me out of the fridge and set me on the counter while you're getting a glass of milk, sometimes I will participate.
60% said that they believe Joe Biden helped and participated in Hunter.
Yes, I will often participate. It makes my frosting a little runny. But at the same time, it makes me cool and refreshing.
Biden's business. 40% said that he was not involved. The poll also finding 55% view Hunter Biden unfavorably. 48% view Joe Biden unfavorably, Chairman. But you're not really seeing
48%. So he's got a 52% do view him favorably. Is that? Hold on.
48% view Joe Biden unfavorably.
So 52% view him favorably. Oops.
Chairman, but you're not really seeing that ripple through the agencies, right? They're focused.
Yeah, it's almost like they're busy working
on Trump. Look what's going on in New York. Gag order on Trump. Look what's going on in Colorado, trying to take Trump's name off of the ballot.
Yeah, we got to end this whole states' rights bullshit. The states have too much freedom. The federal government needs to enforce a unique uniform code of judicial prudence on all the states, dictated on high from, well, obviously not, you don't want with Joe Biden in charge, but, during the next guy, whoever that is.
For 2024. And yet this corruption appears to be in plain sight.
Appears? Oh, no, she didn't. Oh, no, she did not. Oh, she fucking no, she did not. She did not wind this whole fucking clip up with appears to be. You didn't say appears to be to me, did you?
Off of the ballot for 2024. And yet this corruption appears to be in plain sight, certainly.
Appears to be in plain sight. Hold on, goddammit. It appears to be in plain sight. You can't, first of all appearances are in plain sight. That's how they're apparent, one would think. But also, if they're in plain sight, they don't appear to be anything. They are the fucking thing. You can see them. A smoking gun is an analogy. Unless it's an actual smoking gun, you dimwit.
If you believe your findings.
Which no one does.
Yeah. What I would say to the polls, that shows, right?
Look, leave the Polish people out of this. They have enough to deal with Russians trying to get agents provocateur across their border right now.
Now the score is the House Oversight Committee 1 and the media and the deep state bureaucracy 0. Despite.
Lord, why me, Lord? Why? You give other YouTubers fun and silly clips to deal with. Me, you give a ton of shit.
The media continuing to try to paint the narrative that there's nothing to see here. The American people.
Oh, there's something to see here. You failing.
People get it. They realize that.
What? Syphilis? I wouldn't go to Mar-a-Lago. You can't sit down anywhere.
Something strange is going on here. Why in the world has Joe Biden's family, including grandchildren, received millions of dollars in wires from foreign nationals? And
they haven't.
And they can't explain what they did to receive a single penny of it. And the fact.
Well, one of them went to school and an older relative paid for their schooling.
fact that Joe Biden has lied over a dozen times about his knowledge and involvement in his family's corruption makes every American angry. And that
Nope. 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 Look, I may seem angry, but that's just my face. I have resting fuck you face. But in reality, I'm a happy guy right now. I'm actually enjoying this. You know what I mean? It's kind of like going to a sporting event where like your team's already out of the playoffs, so you go to the rivals game and you don't give a fuck who gets fucked up in the game, so you just yell shit. Yeah, it's like that. I'm having a great time. I'm here. I got a pretzel. I got a Dr. Pepper. I'm ready to go.
poll showed 60%. That was a Democrat poll. I would say that poll is much higher than that.
But you haven't seen the evidence? Better check yourself. Better watch yourself. Don't start this shit, man.
In the 40%, that would include the entire media apparatus in Washington, D.C., as well as all the government agencies that are supposed to be the ones investigating this. You know, traditionally, when you have public corruption at the highest levels, you have the media digging into it.
Right. So it could be that they've just lost interest in public corruption because it just doesn't get ratings anymore after Trump. People are just over it. They've seen so much corruption. It's like an old show they're tired of. Or there isn't any, and you're a fucking moron.
Have government agencies like the FBI and the IRS and the CIA digging in.
And the CDC and the NIH and OPEC. If I had any more of that diesel fuel, they'd have to let me join that OPEC.
Into it. Not only do we not have that scenario, we only have the House Oversight Committee investigating it, and
yes, because everyone else is busy doing real shit.
We have the media and the government agencies attacking the Oversight Committee.
Unbelievable.
For having the audacity.
Terrible. It's terrible. It's unbelievable that no one believes you.
To investigate this.
Wait, no. Double negative. It is completely believable.
Everything we know, Maria, is because of the work of the House Oversight Committee and our staff.
I know.
You mean them watching online videos on BitChute?
We're going to continue to dig, and we're going to continue to be transparent with the American people, and that's why the polling.
Oh, you're already transparent, dummy. We can see right through you. And did this motherfucker say continue to dig? Why would you have to continue to dig if you're up to your fucking neck in evidence?
It's so overwhelming.
If it's overwhelming, why do you have to keep digging? You've turned the cupcake into Jerry Seinfeld. That's not right. Why would you keep digging if the hole is as deep as it's ever gonna get? If you're surrounded by dirt, stop digging. What in the world?
In favor of our investigation and not just getting to the bottom of this, but holding someone accountable.
Somebody, anybody, fuck, can we hold somebody accountable? Snatch some dude off the street and hit him with a rubber hose. I'm sick of waiting for somebody.
For criminal wrongdoing.
No, that's right. People want to see accountability here.
They just don't know for what.
And you've exposed so much, Congressman. I want to thank you for that because.
Yeah, thanks for exposing the whatever they exposed. The thing they did. There was something they exposed. They exposed I can't think of anything. Maybe he just showed her his dick at a holiday party.
Half of the public would not know half of what you have reported had.
Say half again. Say half again. Half of half. Half of half. Did this numbskulls just say half of half? The fuck out of here.
Had you not done so, what do you want to ask Hunter?
You want to talk about done so? That's my nickname for him.
Biden, if he does in fact sit for you on December 13th, if in fact the DOJ does.
What are you going to ask him? Why would you smoke crack if snorting cocaine gives you the same high? Also, can I have the number for that one hooker?
Not insert itself and stop that testimony.
Well, what we want to know is what were all these companies?
What do you mean? What do you mean? I'm sorry. What do you want to know? You want to know what were all these They were criminal enterprises. You have proof that they're criminal enterprises. You're up to your fucking beady little puffed up eyes in evidence. What do you mean? Why do you have to ask him?
What was the purpose of these companies? What did you do to receive this $3 million? What did you do to receive this $250,000?
And these are questions you would ask of any business person if you don't understand their fucking job. Do you grill your fucking plumber until he screams at you, "Stop shitting bricks, you fuck"?
$1,000. And then we have a lot of questions about loans for both Hunter and Jim Biden. You owe this person $500,000. You owe this person $5 million. You owe this person $250,000.
How does he owe people all this money if he got $1 billion from China?
Were you ever going to pay him back? Do you have any terms of the
Jesus Christ. What are you, a collection agency now? No wonder he fucking hangs up on you.
loan? Do you make any interest payments? How did you list this on your taxes? You know, the reason I never did go after their taxes, even though a lot of armchair quarterbacks were saying we need to go after the taxes, is that people cheat on their taxes. I've seen a lot of tax returns in my lifetime.
Yeah, like you and your brother.
Thing that you can't cheat on are bank statements. That's why we followed the
Yeah, you can. You just have another fucking bank account.
bank statements.
Yeah.
And if you looked at just the Biden's taxes, all this money that they've deposited that they're listing as loans never would have been included in their taxes. There's nowhere on your tax form to list loans. That's
Right.
why the Bidens are doing it. And we
That's why the president fills out a financial statement that includes any loans outstanding. And by the way, any loans outstanding might be exactly why his brother paid him back right before he ran for office, so he wouldn't have an outstanding loan to his fucking brother that he would have to list. Like, Jimmy, I need you to fucking pay me back so I don't have to put this shit on my financial disclosure and people have to wonder why I loaned you money. Pay me fucking back, deal with your own shit. I'm running for president, I don't need this kind of gack up. That would explain 100% why they paid him back when they did.
believe that these loans are
What? You what?
that's
Right.
why the Bidens are doing it. And we believe that
Oh, you believe. Oh, so the committee room is a fucking church now? Oh, well, yeah, praise. We believe. Put your hands in the air if you believe. If you believe in some way, ladies and gentlemen, you can believe that these bank records are the work of the devil himself, the devil. Oh, well.
these loans are somewhere near $10 million.
Based on...
And it doesn't appear to have any, there are no transactions for interest or even principal payments on the loan. So we believe
There's no listing of actual loans of the actual money. Why would there be any of that shit?
that's another area where the Bidens were evading taxes.
So it's tax evasion on top of money laundering and bribery then?
Yes.
Wow.
And
Wow, not tax evasion. Shit.
securities fraud, and the list goes on and on.
Congressman
Securities fraud? Doesn't that only work if they're actually real companies?
thanks very much for your reporting, and we will be following this investigation.
His reporting? Hey, moron. He's on the fucking committee. He's not reporting. He's not a... Well, fuck. Maybe she just outed him. Maybe he's just one of Fox News' operatives in the fucking government at this point. He's just an investigative reporter posing as a dopey, puffed up fuckhead from Eastern Kentucky.
Certainly. Good to see you. Happy Thanksgiving,
All right, not true.
sir.
Happy Thanksgiving. How dare you wish him a happy Thanksgiving? The country's in hell. Fucking hell.
You too, Maria.
You too, Maria. Up here, please come down anytime. Join us. We'd love to have you. At the house, maybe sometime. I don't know. All right, I can do this. Give me 1 second. Before we close out, hold on. Is there a little fella around here anywhere? Yeah, boys. Yeah, boys. comes. There's the Chipples. There's the Chipples. There he is. There he is. Chipples. Say hi, Chipples. Good the buddy. Yeah. How you doing? That's good stuff. Hi. There's the boy. What you doing? What you doing, jelly boy? Huh? Yeah? You alright? You were sleeping, and I woke you up with the... I did the snack noise to get him to come out. That's why he's like salivating like one of Pavlov's dogs. It's a Chipple. It's a Chipple. He's a harbor seal posing as a cat. I don't know if you know this. Yeah. Hi. What's going on? What's going on? What's he doing? What's he doing? You see that? He's like, what's that noise? There's noise over by where you get food from. You might want to go check it out. I don't know if you noticed that. Did you hear that? There's like an intruder. They're probably getting my food right now. So you might want to check them out. You should probably follow me. I'll take you to where the food is and we can protect it together. He does the same shit every time. I'm not falling for it, dummy. I'm not. Hold on one second. Hold on. Let's see if we can do this. Boink. There he is. Where you going? Where you going? Where are you going? He's like, over here. The snacks are this way. What are you doing? Do you want a snack? I'll get you one. It's like, I'm just going to hang out here for a little while. If that's cool. Yeah, that's a live cat cam. Cat cam is back by popular demand. It largely, I don't know what happened. Just sometimes my software just forgets. I don't know why. It's fun that way. Anyways, love you guys. Have a lovely Thanksgiving tomorrow. Take care of yourself and take care of somebody else. Over the weekend, if you're thinking about you miss me and stuff and you're like, hey, there's no show, whatever, just like and subscribe and then, maybe boost one of the clips or something. Go reminisce about go watch the videos of all these people breaking me, quote unquote. But until then, I adore you. Take care of yourself and take care of somebody else.